Well, hey folks, real honestly, Rich on Wrestling. It's the Times of Wrestling that pissed me off. Redux Part 21. Yeah, I'm bringing this back. I'm bringing this back after a couple months. I was actually going to leave this on hiatus until about November and then just pick it up because between November and December, there ain't a shit ton to talk about in WWE. But because the current WWE product is irritating me, I'm going to talk about a few things that I have on this list. Now, yes, I'm going to talk about WWE. I'm also going to talk about Impact, other stuff in Impact, past stuff, not current stuff. And I'm going to talk about things that just quite frankly have irritated me because instead of going on every single Raw or SmackDown review and repeating the same things or getting too angry and everything to the point where people get upset, I'm going to just channel my anger into these particular rants. That's not to say that the rants won't happen on other reviews, but anyway, you guys know what to expect by this point. Part 21, I think you guys can kind of expect it. And I do want to take a moment to thank you guys so much for making this Redux series way more popular, 2 or 3 times as popular as the original. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, you can tell by my shirt, who am I talking about? Bayley, the burial of Bayley. Look, I'm not saying Bayley would have been the biggest female superstar of all time. But think about the reactions that she got in NXT, and even when she first got brought up to the main roster. And now look, she'll still get pops, but it's not the same because they've creatively just butchered her over and over and over again. It's like they don't want anybody to get over, no matter who they are. If you're an NXT call-up, unless you're in the 10% that Vince likes, he's going to break you down and maybe not even rebuild you in his own image. Now, does that mean that things shouldn't change? That means everybody's character should not be, oh, I don't know, like, tweaked a little bit, should not evolve? Of course characters should evolve. There wasn't much you needed to do with Bayley because she was pretty simple and you had something marketable there. Look at her stuff in NXT. Look, and yes, smaller market, smaller crowds. I get it. But look at the build that they had from even from her beginnings, even to like where she would lose title opportunities, she would lose title matches, but she would fight back and she would finally earn it. She earned that shot against Sasha at TakeOver Brooklyn 1. Look at just the crowd reaction. That transcended women's wrestling. It was just pure wrestling. It was pure fucking wrestling. Sasha versus Bayley is the exact type of feud you could have built around for a good 6 to 8 months. With skirmishes here and there, with them on opposite side of tag matches and this kind of stuff, and you fucking ruined it. The reactions that those two women got, again, transcended wrestling, and it transcended women's wrestling, just became wrestling. And it was fucking awesome. They did a great Iron Woman match at TakeOver Respect. And then Bayley had her title matches. She had to carry that slug Eva Marie to a match. And I'm sorry, but I know Eva Marie has her fans. I don't get it, but whatever. I'm not going to fault you guys. But that was I think it was soon after TakeOver Respect. And thankfully, Eva Marie did not win the title because they might as well have just thrown the NXT Women's title in the trash at that point. She had that match against, I believe, Nia Jax to take over London. She then lost it to Asuka. Still had some matches and then lost to, and then got called up at, Battleground 2016? Huge pop when she was revealed as Sasha's partner. Huge pop. People were thrilled. Go back and watch it. I'll wait. Wasn't it great? I mean, you would have had to have paused the video and the amount of time it would have taken to watch it. But wasn't that great? Wasn't that a huge pop? And then they had that, and then Bayley was still in NXT and facing off against Asuka and lost to her at TakeOver Brooklyn 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then was called up. And okay, I didn't expect her to get the title right away. You kind of marginalized her from there, whatever. Okay, she was featured. You want to build her up on the roster, build her up on Raw. I get it. But then instead of having her win the title at Mania, they had her win it on an off Raw before Fastlane of all pay-per-views, beating Charlotte, and I think Bayley even got help, and that was pretty damn stupid. But then, what'd you have fucking done? She beat Charlotte at Fastlane. That ended Charlotte's undefeated streak on pay-per-view, at least. Which, okay, whatever. I mean, I have my opinions on Charlotte, though she's a tremendous athlete and has done super well. I may not be Charlotte's biggest fan, but you had a built-in story there and you fucking ruined it. And then you had Bayley win it, go into Mania as champion instead of going in there and winning it at Mania. She retains it. Okay, good. All right, you're making the best you can out of a situation. And then the whole thing with Alexa. She loses the title to Alexa at, I believe, Payback? Yeah, it was Payback. Okay, whatever. I expected Alexa would, expectla. I can't pronounce and do jokes, obviously. I'm pretty pissed off, but Alexa won the title. You expected Alexa to win. And then they're like, okay, they're going to continue this feud. Alexa's going to win at the next pay-per-view Extreme Rules, and then Bayley maybe Bayley will get sent to SmackDown in the draft, which she probably should have. When they decided to do the brand split, they probably should have put Bayley back, or they probably should have put Bayley on SmackDown. In retrospect, it might have been a better idea, and then call her back up, switch her back over right after Mania 34. Or no, Mania 33. No, Mania 34. It would have been Mania 34. Just do something like that. The whole point is they could have done this whole thing and done it better. And then the kendo stick on a pole match where they made Bayley seem weak. They made Bayley seem weak in the build up to it. The "This Is Your Life" segment, which I already did a rant on or whatever. I don't remember exactly what part that was, but you could check through all the videos on the playlist, and I put in the description what topics I talk about. It was one of the earlier parts, but anyway. The "This Is Your Life" thing was ridiculous. And then they make Bayley seem so weak with the kendo stick on a pole match because apparently Vince Russo's back wrestling because that's all that Russo ever did with the women was book him in shit matches because he doesn't respect women. I mean, big shock. Because he had the hots for Sable. I mean, then again, other guys did, but whatever. Russo's a goddamn idiot. Always has been, always will be. Cornette's right about him. But back to Bayley. You then look at what, they did after that. Bayley was marginalized. They seemed like they were finally building something with Bayley and Sasha, like at the Rumble, and then at Elimination Chamber, and then at the Mania, and then at the Women's Battle Royal on the pre-show. And Naomi won that, which I just remembered now. And I'm sorry, I have nothing against Naomi. I just totally forgot that Naomi even won the Women's Battle Royal because they did nothing with it afterwards. Shit, she wasn't even on TV for like a month and a half. I don't know why, but whatever. And I'm recording this, by the way, a few days after SummerSlam, just for, in case you guys don't see the date on this video. So if they happen to do something with Bayley in the next few weeks, it's still not going to negate this. Because here's why. And yeah, Bayley's going to be mainly the topic I talk about here, and I'll talk about one or two more. But you take a look at what they did with Bayley after that. Okay, they had this whole thing with Bayley and Sasha. You had the skirmishes, but they were still whatever. And then tension, this kind of stuff. And they stop, start bullshit. And I was done with it. I was done with it well before they did the thing where finally Bayley freaking snaps and starts beating up Sasha and yells at her, "You ain't shit," which pretty damn cool. Of course, they added that out, but a fan caught the actual video. Or a fan caught it on video or something like that. That was pretty damn cool. That's the way you build a damn feud, even in the PG era. I mean, granted, fans have to capture that whole thing of wrestlers swearing, but still, this was good stuff. And then they did the whole thing with the therapy for 2 weeks? And then they suddenly decided to have them team up. Sasha, I think they were going for, at first, a pseudo-quasi-lesbian angle, which, nothing wrong with that, but you shouldn't do it with two women that aren't. It worked for Trish and Mickey because Mickey made it seem creepy and really did well with it, but quite frankly, you should start using, use Sonya Deville a little better. Where has Sonya Deville been besides helping pull apart Charlotte and Becky recently? But back to what they did with Bayley. Personally, I think they've done too much damage to Bayley's character. I'm not saying that Bayley can't still be viable. Bayley, they do need to come up with a better finisher for her than the Bayley to belly. Come up with a submission thing. A double arm hook, where she hooks the arms like this, and pulls back. Even though it's more like the bank statement. A body scissors thing or something like that. Or a bear hug where she, something like that. An arm submission, a leg submission. I don't know. Come up with something. Because that could be kind of cool. Maybe a bear hug type submission or whatever, or that, and where it's like Bayley could just snap. I was just giving them a hug. She snaps in the ring and does something like that. I suggested that a while ago. I think it was almost a year ago, maybe not, maybe a little less. That'd be something kind of cool. And I actually remember talking to Chris, aka the Durbinator. I remember talking to him about that off camera months ago. Might have to revisit that. But the thing with Bayley, and I know this rant's gone on a little bit, but tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong for recounting this history and that they haven't screwed Bayley up completely. They could have had a hugely marketable person. Now, she is still popular among young girls and among fans, but she's also seen as a joke, which is sad because she shouldn't be seen as a damn joke. Bayley is not a joke. She is a damn good wrestler and a damn good spokesperson for wrestling in general, and they pretty much fucking ruined her. And they ruined my interest in the Sasha Bayley thing. I don't care if they go balls to the wall and do a creative. I mean, goes balls to the wall and does a great build, and they have a blow away match at WrestleMania 35. It's not going to make up for all the bullshit that they did here. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, I don't know if it's Vince necessarily to doing this or creatives being given free reign, or any of the agents are coming up with this shit, and the agents just don't know what the fuck they're doing, which, if it's Michael Hayes, he probably doesn't know what the fuck he's doing anyway. But yeah, it's pretty damn ridiculous. I don't know who's agenting this stuff, booking this stuff. I don't know who's doing it, and I'll never claim to be in the wrestling know and this kind of stuff, but I can tell as a fan, they obviously don't know what the fuck they're doing. They ruined it time and time and time again. So when they finally did the whole thing, people popped for Bayley being of Sasha, and then they did the therapy thing, and that took every bit of remaining air out of the balloon. And now, at this point, no one cares. If you guys still care about Bayley versus Sasha, that's fine. You guys can leave in the comments if you do. But anyway, now I'm going to talk about TNA's fall from grace. I'm going to be brief here. Because, TNA, Impact Wrestling, that they've rebranded. They've done a lot of good shit this year. Even if I haven't agreed with all of it, and I don't like Sami Callihan and a couple others they have on the roster, like Josh Matthews. They have done a lot of good shit. I did see some stuff from Slammiversary. I saw clips that people sent to me, and full matches people sent to me. They were doing pretty damn well, and necessarily like the nightclub setting, but hey, whatever, they're trying to be different. They did some good stuff, and I hope that they can continue this ascent. But if you take a look at what they did, especially from like 2013 when Hogan left, to all the way through even 2017, but especially 2016, they were doing absolutely nothing. They were doing absolutely goddamn nothing. Any steps that they tried to make positively, EC3, the Hardys, the Broken Hardys, using Kurt Angle, using Bobby Lashley way better than WWE has. I mean, let's just say that much right there. But you look at the dwindling crowds, people leaving during tapings, people going back on their deals, people that were coming in for a little bit, like they had Snitsky and I forget who the fuck else they had. They had Snitsky and somebody show up as like henchmen for Dixie Carter, and then they were gone after the next taping. Or like, by the next episode or whatever. It's like that went absolutely nowhere. There was no continuity and none of this stuff. It was like 3 to 4 years of some good shit and a whole lot of shit where they just couldn't stay out of their own way. And it was frustrating to me as a wrestling fan, because I want to see Impact Wrestling succeed. Now, thankfully, this year they seem to be doing pretty damn well. But for a period of years, even the most diehard Impact Wrestling fan cannot say that they were in the best place. You just can't say that. Well, you can't say it and actually mean it, because they weren't in the best place. And it's sad, because you had a lot of talent that was really, really working hard, and now they seem to be doing better. I mean, there are some wrestlers I just don't care about. That's me personally. That's nothing against you guys that still watch it. And I'm glad, and hopefully the ratings tick up, because apparently, as of like Slammiversary, right after Slammiversary, the ratings have kind of ticked down from week to week, which is unfortunate. And hopefully they tick back up. I mean, I know there's Thursday Night Football and everything, but not everybody's watching football as much anymore. You would think that Impact would be able to corner the market, at least with wrestling fans. But, that being said, their fall from grace for a while, like they had like MVP's Beatdown Clan. And then, like, I think the whole thing with Hernandez, and that was like with Lucha Underground, and that didn't work out. And I'm not blaming MVP for it. I'm not going to put the blame on anybody. It's just stuff that happened. I am going to defer to actual people that were in the know as far as that. But there was just so much bad shit where just everything, it made the company seem like a laughingstock. To where now they really are having to earn back fans one at a time. And this is not saying that I don't want to see Impact succeed, because I do. I do want to see Impact Wrestling succeed. They should be able to succeed. they were at the time, for a period of years, a great alternative to WWE. Like, I would say from '04 to '09, their TV, even though Russo was writing quite a bit of it, because Russo's, again, a goddamn idiot, their TV was actually pretty damn good, because they had a lot of people that were working well there in spite of Russo and, of course, Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter, the goddamn idiot that she is. And proof as to why, if you want to know why women get a bad rap in wrestling, because Dixie Carter was featured in such a prominent role, and she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. So whether her money's originally saved Impact or not, creatively and as president, she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. I think that was pretty evident. And thankfully, she's out now. I think she has like a 5% ownership now, and Anthem pretty much owns the thing. Or maybe she doesn't have any ownership at all. I don't know. But their fall from grace hurt me. It really hurt me. It got to the point where I stopped watching it full time like a couple of years ago. I couldn't take it anymore. I could not take being fed the same damn thing. And also, I wasn't doing reviews of them because at the time, I wasn't doing a ton of reviews for my YouTube channel. It's really only exploded in the past 2.5 years. I just got to the point where I said, okay, whatever. And I even gave them a chance at Slammiversary last year, and they just didn't impress me. Mainly because they pushed Alberto El Patron, and that sure as fuck didn't work. But yeah, that was pretty damn ridiculous. Let's just be honest. The Impact fall from grace was bad. Thankfully, again, they are rising back up, and hopefully the rest of 2018 into 2019 and beyond can be great for this company. And any faults that they have can be ironed out, and they can earn their fans back and hopefully get some bigger ratings. Maybe just get on Twitch and get on, online only content. Because they aren't earning that much from Pop TV anyway. Actually, I think they're having to pay Pop TV for the slot. If that's true, they shouldn't be wasting money. I think Twitch and other formats would actually be willing to pay them a little bit better, and they would probably earn better. They would probably earn better ratings. Those are my thoughts, though. But yeah, that really did hurt. So anyway, I'm going to end this right here. Yeah, 2 topics. I know maybe not necessarily the most, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yes, I will be back with part 22, probably part 23. In fact, I might just record those after this, and they'll come up at some point, in the next few weeks. But anyway, do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said? Do you think I was too harsh on WWE creative for how they treated Bayley? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link in the description. It's been real awesome with John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.